Alright trappers, well we are pulling up to one of our first stops here where we're going to put one of our bait buckets. There's a little drainage ditch that crosses this road. I was running a few coyote traps out here this last winter, and there was a lot of coon sign out here, and I picked up quite a few coon while I was out here too, unintentionally. So this year we're going to set it pretty hard for raccoon and see what we can do. We're gonna hop out of the truck and grab our bucket and head into this timber line and see what it looks like. Alright, so here's our bait bucket. We went ahead and filled it full of food, and I suggest before you fill them to cover the holes with something. I just put a piece of duct tape across it, that way when I get there I can just peel it off and it's ready. But you can go ahead and use rope or chain or however. I just have this looped on there like that. You can see I took a piece of wire and just wrapped it around the handle and took an S-hook and connected my chain. And then I just have a quick link on it. That way, right now, I can just kind of loop it over my shoulder and carry it out there like that. But here's actually the spot where I did the hay set video, right on the other side of my truck. And as you can see in this hole, there's just all sorts of possum tracks, there's coon tracks, there's some old coyote tracks. This road gets traveled a lot by all sorts of critters, and I'll just come up here real quick and show y'all. This is where a lot of them coon and those possum are coming from. There's a tree line that runs way that way. So there's this ditch right here. There's a little ditch there, and there's a lot of coon coming up through there. So we're gonna hop in this ditch, take our bait bucket up in this little patch of timber here, get on a coon trail and hang it up. So we're gonna walk to the truck and grab that, and we'll head out there. Well, we're down in the ditch now. You can see there's the culvert, there's the road where we just hopped in. And look at all this sign, guys. Deer tracks, all sorts of coon tracks. There's everything, guys. Coon tracks, I see mink tracks, see coyote tracks, and there's even a little squirrel track right there. This is your highway here, guys. There's a lot of stuff following these trails. You can see all these footprints going up in there. All them coon tracks are going right up there. And there's always going to be a trail on each side of a ditch. And you can see there's a high bank trail. It goes right up there. I probably could just hang this right here under this tree. Just hang it here, but I don't want a bunch of water. You can see if we get a little bit of rain, this ditch fills. So I don't want that bucket to go underwater. So we're probably going to go back that way a little bit and try to find a good spot to hang this. Well, we found the juice. This big tree right here. It's got a perfect branch hanging off for us to hang our bucket. And this ditch, it actually V's right between this tree, and both of these dry beds are highways. Bunch of deer tracks in there, as you can see, but it is just loaded with coon, possum, skunk, coyote, and I will say, don't be surprised if we see a coyote eating on this dog food. Just remember I say that. But as you can see, this other side, on the other side of the tree, real big deer tracks. I might talk to my buddy about coming out here to deer hunt this year. But there's a lot of stuff coming through right here. It's just a main hub of this place. Everything's funneling to here. So we're gonna hang our bucket off of this limb, hang our trail camera on that tree right over there. We'll see what we can come up with. Here's our trail camera we're going to hang up over there. And here's our bait bucket. Put it right there. Yep, the holes are about knee high. Where I got my holes at, they're about knee high on me. I think this is going to work out really well. A lot better than I thought it was going to, actually. So see, now that I got my bucket where it's at, where I want it, I'll peel off all this tape. Alright, there's that. We're going to go ahead and get this trail camera set right over there, and then we're going to be good. Yeah, sorry guys, I know I'm probably breathing heavy. It got pretty hot out today. Alright, oh, and another thing guys I wanted to say, one of the reasons why this is so trampled down by so many animals is right there is a cornfield. Right over there is grass and stuff that's, I don't know, 8 foot tall or so. And this is the easiest thing to travel for all these animals. So that's why this thing is a highway. It's just like anybody else. When I came in here, I wanted to take this creek. Look how easy it is to walk compared to a cornfield where we're 8 to 12 foot tall grass and weeds. So now we get our camera turned on and then we'll get out of here. I'm only going to let these buckets soak for about a week. I really don't want to waste much more money until closer to trapping season, but getting the itch going. The camera's acting funky. We'll just go ahead and set this one and see what it does. The light's blinking, so it must mean something. Alright, let's get out of here. There it is. The old bait bucket, guys, I'm telling you. These will help you get fur. Guys, I'm walking this ditch back. I don't know if you can see these tracks or not. This whole creek bed is just full of nothing but animal tracks. You know, when you find a spot like this, guys, you really need to pay attention and kind of key in on certain things. You know, where they're crossing the creek as opposed to walking up it. Pay attention to where they're crossing, like right here. You can see they're crossing the creek. That's where they're going out to that cornfield. I almost sat that bait bucket up here, but I kept walking, found a better spot. So we're gonna head on down, hopefully get out to that next property before it gets dark. And another thing, guys, if your kids go through a lot of cereal and don't eat the whole bag and it goes expired, save it. It works great for these bait buckets. Don't think them raccoon don't love this stuff. Alright guys, just got our second bait bucket set up. We are alongside a big creek and there's a ton of coon trails that meet up here. There's a little spot they're crossing over there and a spot they're coming around it. So I figured I'd put it right in between the trails and they ought to find it. And we got our trail camera right over here on this tree here. Trail camera, bait bucket. I came in alongside of this cornfield, and there was a bunch of corn pulled down right there. Looks like the deer and the coons have been in there eating on that corn. So I don't know how they're going to be on this dog food for now, but we're going to go ahead and see. I'm going to get all this tape taken off, and then we'll get out of here. Alright guys, that's all it is. That's all it is. If you want to catch a bunch of coon, you can see I got it up off the ground. But if you don't want to hang it from a tree like that, you could always secure it on the ground. You could stabilize it, stake it down, whatever you want to do. So hopefully this camera here will pick up some activity. We're going to go ahead and get on back to the truck. How's everybody doing? Just got off of work, and we're gonna head out and grab our bait buckets and our trail cameras and head back to the house and see what came and checked out the bait buckets. You know, it's always pretty exciting just to see what kind of coon numbers are in an area or what other critters happen to come by and check them out. So. Alright guys, well, we just made it to the first bucket, and it is completely empty. This is one that had, the Captain Crunch in it. This bucket here. As you can see, they were digging around all over the place here. But our camera over here, I just popped it open, and I'm not real sure if we even got anything on this. I don't even know if it worked. So we know the bucket's empty and stuff was coming to eat it. So anyway, we're going to take this down and go to the next spot. Well, we just made it to the second spot. Definitely looks like the bucket's empty. It's all trampled down around the bucket. Well, let's check this camera. Hopefully it's got some footage on it. Okay, yeah, we got a little bit of footage. I'd say about 42 minutes worth on this one. So we let these buckets only soak for a week. As you can see, there's been a lot of sign here. See how everything's all torn down, and looks like there's been something climbing up the tree, but yeah, the bucket is completely empty. Well, I take that back. I think we got a butterfly in there. Or a mouse or something. Oh, but anyway, yeah. It does look like a big buck come walking through here. I don't know, hopefully I got him on camera. But these are some really big, deer track there. Really big deer track, so that would be sweet. But anyway, we're gonna head back home and see what's on this camera.